Testimony. I want to share a couple of testimony with you today of the impact of the inspiration devotional. For the past 12 years, it's been a journey of grace. It's been a journey of the goodness of God. The journey of inspiration devotional for 12 years since 2013 has been a journey of grace and God's faithfulness. If you ask me, how have you done it for the past 12 years? I will simply say, this is the Lord's doing and it's marvelous in our sight. At the beginning of every year, we reach out to different individuals with the devotional, and the devotional has been completely free. I began in 2013, and for about 2 years, I was selling them. But along the line, I had this leading my spirit to make it free. And so since 2015, so 2016 thereabout, it has been completely free. And so in 2025 also, we embarked on certain outreach. We went to certain universities and in the prison to share the free copies of the inspiration devotional. And there's no doubt that lives are being changed, destinies are being transformed around the world, and in the book format and on the social media. And so today I want to share a bit of what God did with us in January and February 2025 with this devotionals. I want to appreciate God and appreciate individuals that God has used over the years to be part of this journey. God's word declares that God gave the word, and great is a company of them that publish it. There was no way I could have done this by myself. It has been God and the people that God used over the years to make this a reality. And so I will take my time to mention some of their names. Obviously, I can't mention everybody's name. I don't even know many people that are involved in the sharing, in the distribution of the devotionals. I want to appreciate the amazing printers in Port Harcourt. Now, when I began printing the devotion, I began in a learning in 2013. My in-laws had a printing press, Oyinwola printing press, and my brother-in-laws were involved in printing the devotional. Along the line, I moved the printing to Aba, and for about 3 years we printed in Aba. And after a while, I moved to Port Harcourt, and for about 6 years, the amazing printers have been involved. I want to appreciate God for their lives and for the commitment. I believe that for them it's more than a business. It's a commitment, and they do the distribution from Port Harcourt to several parts of Nigeria, and it's been awesome. The books most of the time will move from Port Harcourt to Benin to Calabar to Ilorin, and from Ilorin we'll make a major distribution from Ilorin. So I want to appreciate Reverend Odejide, who has taken as a responsibility to distribute around Nigeria from Ilorin. I want to appreciate you, sir, for the grace of God on your life and what God has used to do in these past years. Now, a couple of universities were covered in January. Number one, Bayero University, Kano. I want to appreciate Mrs. Olukoton for the effort to get these books into Bayero University, Kano. And virtually every edition goes into this university. Ambrose Ali University, Epoma. Pastor Babalola, thank you so much, sir. An amazing servant of God, an amazing man of God, for being part of this journey for several years now. University of Ilorin, Mr. Yinka Oladejo, I met him not too long ago, and I accept the responsibility of sharing these materials in University of Ilorin. University of Calabar, Dr. Mrs. Fiska, thank you so much for allowing God to use you. Thank you for being available for the master's use. Federal University of Education, Panshin, is also in Plateau State. The books are there, and we give God all the glory. Towards the end of 2024, I was looking for someone that will help me to distribute in Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife. About 2 years ago, we did an outreach in that campus, but the students that did then has graduated from the school. So I was at a loss on who do I contact. So I sent a message on my WhatsApp groups, and someone responded, Mrs. Akeredolu, thank you so much. She took up the responsibility of sharing the books in Obafemi Awolowo University this January, and we bless God for the impact of this book on that campus too. Ladoke Akintola University of Bomosho for several years. In fact, every edition that comes out, not just a special outreach, every edition that comes out goes into Ladoke Akintola University. Young lady, Sister Tosin, was responsible for several years, and when she graduated from the school, she handed the responsibility to somebody else, and it has been on and on in that particular campus. We give God all the glory for his faithfulness and for his doings in that campus. Certain prisons were also covered. Elisha prison, Kuje Abuja prison. I want to appreciate God for Mrs. Mokwe Ola Aina. Thank you so much, an amazing woman of God. Thank you so much for taking the responsibility. The day she sent me the picture of Elisha prison, I was surprised. I've never been there. I don't know where the place is, but she took the responsibility to go to the place and to share with the prisoners. Elele, Port Harcourt prison. Thank you for Pastor Sunday. He's been an amazing servant of God, a humble man of God. He went with some of his people in his church, and they share in that prison. Arochukwu prison, Mrs. Ugo Ono. Every edition also goes to Arochukwu prison. To God alone be all the glory. Actually, I began the prison ministry with devotional in Arochukwu prison. I was privileged to pastor a church there for about 3 years, and in those space of 3 years, I would go there every Monday to minister to the prisoners and to share the devotional with them. That I did for about 3 years before I left that community in 2019. And ever since about 2 years now, Mrs. Ugo Ono has been responsible for sharing devotionals in Arochukwu prison, Abeokuta prison, Mr. Ari. These were places where we're able to share the devotionals this January, and that is apart from several other places in Doekiti, several places around Nigeria that this book was shared in Ofa, Nigeria, in Ofa, Kora State, everywhere around the country. The books went there, and it has been a blessing to multitudes around the world. I strongly believe that this is God's mandate. The Bible said the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of God as waters cover the sea. We may not be able to do everything, but we can do something. And so as we contribute our own quota to feed the earth with the knowledge of the glory of God as the waters cover the sea. And so this is a divine mandate. That one beautiful thing about this devotional is that it's been interdenominational. And I've had amazing testimonies. People I've never met, people I may never meet. And even the impact on social media is far, far more than even on the book. Thousands receive it every day around the world on social media. And so I want to give God all the glory. This is my testimony today. This is the Lord's doing, and it's marvelous in our sight. Except the Lord builds the house, the labor in vain that build it. Now, we have 4 editions every year. The current edition is January to March, and so the next edition will be April, May, and June, and that is how it runs up to the year every year for the past 12 years. And I trust God again that the next edition will be April. It will be an amazing material. I'm already writing and putting things together. I'm trusting God that to go around the world again to be a blessing to multitude. You can be a part of it in your own way as Lord will lead you. My phone number will be on this video, or just check the description section of this video. You'll find my details there, and you can reach out to me as we reach the word together. I love you, and I will see you in your destiny. God bless you.